This is my moment, watch me shine. I'm unstoppable, feel it in my soul. Good vibes, only I'm in control. Turn the music up, let the rhythm roll. I move my body, I'm alive, I glow. Unstoppable, dancing through the fire. Every step higher, taking me higher. Smile so big, can't hold it in. Good vibes, good life, let's begin. Every scar made me wiser. Every tear lit the fire. I don't fear what's ahead.
And I am live, everybody. Hello, 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 guys. How are you doing? This is Arnett, and I am the face behind this amazing page, personal page, business page, and my YouTube page. Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing? So grateful to be here, guys. And and tonight, this is my day 10, I believe. Is it my day 10? Let me double check if it's my day 10. This is my day 11 of doing this 90 days Go and Success Challenge that I have been doing with my business partners and my mentees here in the business. And once again, for those of you who doesn't know me, my name is Arnett, and I am the face behind this beautiful business page if you don't know me. And I am living here currently in California, a mom, and also I'm working full time and also running this successful digital business for almost 6 years now. So tonight is my day 11 of doing this 90 days Go and Success Challenge. And tonight's topic is all about the common business challenges and how we rise through them. That's the topic for tonight. So, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Today, I really want to talk about something real, not the highlight reel, right? Not the wins, not the screenshots that I have been doing on social media, but it's all about the challenges. Okay, because if we're honest, every single person building something meaningful will always face resistance. Okay. And the problem is not the challenges. The problem is the most people think challenges mean. You know, some people, it's all about perception in here. Some people think it's not working for me. Some people think I'm not good at this. Some people think maybe this isn't for me, right? Those are actually excuses. It's not challenges. But what if the challenge is not a stop sign for you? What if it's training is the one that you need, right? That's why tonight I really want to talk and walk you through the most common business challenges and how we navigate them with the structure. Okay. All right. So yeah, how navigate them with structure. But because again, oh I mean, structure, a peace, and identity because we don't hustle. We don't hustle here. We build our business intentionally. And the number one that I really want to share it with you guys is self doubt. That's the number one challenges that other people has been facing right now. So let's start with the one that nobody wants to admit. It is all about self doubt, guys. This is the quiet voice that shows up when you post and nobody comments, right? When you learn something and it's quiet. And when someone says, "Is that even real?" then what's going to happen if someone questioning you, like, is this real business that you're doing? And that's where the self doubt whispers. Who do you think you are? You are not ready. You don't know enough. Other people are better. Those are my self doubt when I first started this business. I keep comparing myself to other people. And if I don't see the result right away, and I question myself if I'm ready enough to run the business. And then I don't think I am good, right? Yeah. And here's the truth, guys. Self doubt does not mean you're incapable. it means you're actually stretching when you see it on others' perspective. That's my perception. It means I am stretching. Because, guys, if every new level requires new identity, you cannot be successful in something that you want if you don't change your identity, right? When I first started building this business, I didn't have everything. I didn't have everything to figure it out. I don't have actually experience in running a business online. I was working full time. I had responsibilities. I didn't have unlimited time. I didn't have a huge audience to watch me online. But what I was willingness, you know, and I learned something really powerful. Confidence is not built before action. Confidence is built because of action. Let me repeat that again. Confidence is not built before action. Confidence is built because you are taking actions. If you wait to feel confident, you will never move, you know. But if you move, even shaky, right? In the beginning, I'm so shaky. I overthink things, but did I give up? I show up every single day, even though I don't know what I'm talking about. I still show up because that's the only way that I can do to be more confident, to be more uh, at ease being on camera, right? Yeah, but if you move, even shaky confidence follows. So when self-doubt creep in, when self-doubt shows up, I don't argue with it. I lead it. And then I acknowledge it too. And I say thank you, but I'm building anyway, because that's the old version of you was trying to stop you, you know, that old version of yourself trying to stop you of something that your your identity want to become, right? The new version of you that wants something big in her life, right? And then the second one, aside from self-doubt, is inconsistency. That's most that's the most common problems for business owners. Those are the one, I mean, not problems, I mean, I correct that. That's the other challenges that business owners facing: inconsistency. One is self-doubt, the second is inconsistency. This is the big one, because people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they stop. They show up for 2 weeks, they get excited, they post every day, then life happens, probably kids, work, fatigue, one slow week, they didn't see the result that they want, and suddenly they disappear. Consistency is not intensity, it's sustainability. If you can only show up 30 minutes a day, show up 30 minutes. If you can post 3 times a week, post 3 times a week. But do not disappear on yourself. Business rewards those who stay. Remember that. Business rewards those who stay. The system works when you work the system. The work works when you do the work, right? And the beautiful thing is, you're building this with alignment and with a structure. You don't have to reinvent the wheel every day, right? You follow the process, you follow the mentorship. As long as you are coachable, then you trust the duplication and you let time compound your effort. Be 1% getting better every single day, and treat every day as day one. Okay, act before you're ready. Don't wait because you don't know when you're gonna ready. You're gonna be ready. Act, act before you're ready. Because why? Consistency builds trust. Then once you build trust, it builds momentum. And once it builds momentum, it also builds your result. Okay, and that's the inconsistent, okay, challenges. What else is the third one is comparison. This is, oh my gosh, like in the beginning, it's like comparison is the dangerous move. Okay, especially in the online world that we're doing right now. You scroll and see people making big announcements, big paychecks, big teams, big stages, and you think, I'm behind. But you are not behind. You're always on time. It's God's due time. It's not your time. It's God's due time. You know, and this is something that I really like to share with you guys. Babies, we know that babies come out at 9 months. That's the first thing that we borrowed from others' belief. Okay, but I have a coworker who gave birth 7 months. She thought that the baby will come out in 9 months, but God worked the miracles, and the baby came out in 7 months. So that's why we really don't know when we give birth. We don't know when we harvest the crops, right? Because if you plant an orange, yes, they give you an idea when you're gonna harvest an orange. But again, Mother Nature always change. Sometimes it's been raining for 3 months, sometimes it's not raining for 3 months. It's God's due time when this orange will produce crops. Okay, so yeah, so we really don't know. It's something with the goal, right? You plant the seed today, you started the business today, and you've been doing the work, the daily work, the inspired actions. Okay, you've been facing a lot of challenges, and then once you face challenges, you stop a little bit, you slow down a little bit. What's going to happen with your goal? You cannot reach whatever goal that you want to reach because you stop, right? So it really depends on consistency. It really depends on what time and effort that you're putting towards your business, right? So if you show up every day, the universe sees that, and what's going to happen? It mirrors back to you. That means, if you show up in your business, okay, you're giving feedbacks to the universe, and then the feedback will do something for you. Like, oh wow, she's been doing this and doing that. You know what? I'm gonna give her the people that she deserves to work with. That's it, right? That's why, again, comparisons is dangerous, especially in the online world, right? But again, you are not behind. You are on your timeline. Someone else chapter 20 cannot intimidate your chapter 2. Okay, comparison steals gratitude actually. And once you're grateful, it fuels your momentum. When I stopped measuring myself against others, because I used to be that person for 3 years, I wasted my 3 years comparing myself to other people. When I stopped measuring myself against others, and that's where I started measuring myself against who I was last month. Everything changed. Growth became personal, not competitive. Stay in your lane, build your foundation, and let others inspire you, not intimidate you. So when you see someone who is successful, be happy for them, because energetically, you are attracting their progress, their success, and that will come to you. Okay? So that is comparison. So again, stop comparing yourself to other people. Be happy for them. And then because once you're happy for them, you're energetically uh happy, and then you're telepathically uh sending that energy towards you. Okay, so another one is another challenges that mostly business owners face is fear of judgment. See, this one keeps people stuck for years. Okay, because of the fear of judgment. What will people think? What if they talk? What if they say it's a scam? What if they unfollow me? What if, again, those are the belief that you are telling to yourself, and you don't even know if the people are saying that to you. You are assuming of something that it didn't even happen. You are just creating that questions in your mind consciously, and you become emotionally involved with that. And then once you become emotionally involved, and you don't want to do it anymore. Those are the belief that you created in your mind. Like, what if people think about me? Like, how do I know that they're really thinking about me? You're right. So again, oh my goodness, you are you're creating this belief. Let me tell you something really important. People will judge you whether you build or not. Even though you're doing something good, they will still judge you. If you're doing something bad, they will still judge you. Why don't you just focus on something that you want? Because they will judge you anything if you know let's say they will judge you if you stay. They will judge you if you grow. They will judge you if you change. So you might as well grow, right? You are not responsible for others people's projections on you. You are responsible for your obedience to your calling. So once, if your calling is to really build a legacy for your kids, for your family, to help people, stay in your lane. And this is when I realized that my children are watching me, when I realized my team is watching me, and when I realized that silence helps no one, I stopped shrinking. If your building is ethical, structured, and long term, stand on it. Stand firmly, calmly, confidently, without chasing anyone's approval. And here's my favorite part: what people think about me is none of my business. My business is focus on my goal, focus on this legacy that I am building for my family and to another generation, right? So again, they will say anything. People will always say anything. People will judge you no matter what. So you might as well uh, focus on your personal growth and development. Okay, so that's the that's the fear of judgment. So just remove that list. You know. So another one is the most challenges one is, what else is the slow results, right? This is happen all the time. This is the one that tests maturity. Actually, we live. This is like, we live in a micro. Yeah, we live in a microwave culture. Everyone wants overnight success, but sustainable business is built like a tree. Root first, invisible work first, learning first, what is skill building first, system first, identity first. In a personal development world, plant fruit. I mean, plant seed, blossom fruits. That's what it is. Plant seed, blossom fruit. That's the four orders of. I think that's the four orders of the universe. You plant the seed, right? And then you take good care of the seed, and it blossoms. And once it blossoms, and then fruit will come. So root first, invisible work first, then learning first, skill building first, system first, and then identity. If you quit the root building stage, you will never see the fruit. That's the reason why once you plant that seed, right? Once you started the business, and that is the seed, okay? Once you started the business and then you don't see the outcome in 3 months, you quit, right? That happens all the time. And slow does not mean stagnant. Slow can mean stable. Slow can mean you're still on the learning process. Slow can mean you're still building the foundation of your business. Would you rather build fast and collapse, or would you rather build steady and scale? That's why it's so important to be patient is not and not be passive. Okay? Because patience is discipline, trust. And what is discipline? Self-love. Gotta do that. You gotta do that. That's why don't let the result in control of you. Detach from the result and work internally, even though you don't see yet. Because again, once you plant a seed, right? Don't dig it up the seed. Let the seed what is that? Let the seed produce roots and strengthen the roots underground. So when the storm will come and still standing. Okay, that's how it is. You have to build the strong foundation of your business. And once that's done, then any challenges that you will face in the future, then it's gonna be strong, right? Another one is overwhelm. You know, overwhelm usually comes from one thing, or trying to control everything. That's what it is, trying to do everything and trying to be everywhere. You don't need to master everything at once. Master the next step first. Follow the structure, one skill at a time, or one step at a time, one layer at a time, right? We hear that one all the time. Business is not chaos, actually. We're the one who's creating the chaos. It's not the business itself. It's your mind who's creating the chaos. It becomes chaotic when we abandon structure. But when you have that mentorship, which this business provide, when you have a system to follow, when you focus on daily non-negotiable activities, inspired actions, overwhelm decreases. And what's gonna happen once you follow the structure, once you follow the mentorship, once you follow your mentor's advice, surrounding yourself with successful people that has the same mindset like you, peace increases. And that's a good thing. Right? So last but not the least that I'm gonna share, the most challenges for business owners are quitting too soon. That's the most people are 3 feet from breakthrough. You know, did you read the Think and Grow Rich book? That there is a guy who's keep digging the soil, right? But 3 feet under that one is a gold, and he keep because he can see it, and he just quit it. He just quit, and so once he sold all his machines to this junkyard person, and of course, this junkyard person hired somebody who's really good in studying or surveying this land. And then he did mention that it's 3 feet from the gold. And what's happened to that guy who just quit? He just lost everything, right? Yes, always don't, because from the moment that's why I always say this to those people that I'm mentoring, that never ever quit, especially when you are when you are facing uh, challenges in your life, because that could be the one, the the breakthrough for you, and it happens all the time. When I started this business, I've been facing a postpartum depression, very very bad postpartum depression. My dad was diagnosed that my diagnosis for a stage, I don't want to mention it. And then so much things happening in my life back then. And pandemic occur, right? I won't be able to see my parents for 1 year, right? And then yeah, this is the breakthrough. That's, I thought I'm breaking down, but it's actually a breakthrough for me. You know, I found this business. I got promoted to my job. and and they told me to work from home so I can take good care of my 4-month-old son, a newborn baby, right? That was a breakthrough for me. And when I joined the business, that's where I found my mentor, Bob Proctor, and he changed my life, the way I think, right? Not only he saved me, he saved my relationship with my husband over here. He's listening actually at the moment. And then also, and because of that, I am here. Right now, I'm sharing you guys my story because I know there's so many. There are kind of my. If you're facing some challenges at the moment and you want to give up, this is gonna be a breakthrough for you. That's why don't quit. Don't quit. You might be on the 3 feet from the goal, okay? But and then people mostly quit because they can't see it yet. That's the problem. They cannot see it yet. Breakthrough does not announce itself. Breakthrough always comes from the moment you want to give up, almost giving up. It's built quietly. How you going to build it? Through repetition, through disciplining your mind, through those invisible days that you don't even see. That's where faith comes to play. Faith is believing something that you cannot see, right? And because the person who wins is not the most talented ones, it's the one who always who decided to stay. Okay, so think about that for a moment. So what do we do with all these challenges? Well, don't panic. We don't panic. We don't personalize anything. We don't dramatize temporary defeat, right? Or discomfort. We take that as a sign of maturity. We stabilize. We commit long term, right? Because this is not about um, hype, right? It's about building something that supports your life, not consumes it. You don't need to rush because it's God's time. You don't need to root. You don't need to prove yourself every single day, right? You need a build, right? You don't need to chase people. You need alignment. And if you're someone who wants to build something really structured and something sustainable, something that doesn't require you to lose yourself, join the business. There's no pressure at all, guys, because you just need clarity. You just need your questions to be answered. That's it. That's the missing part. You can't just decide without even seeing something in the inside because, again, don't be blind by others' pers- others' perception. You have to really do your due diligence and taste the water because once you taste the water, and then that's where you see the bigger picture of this business, right? Because you never know, this could be a breakthrough for you. This could be the one that you have been looking for a long time. Don't just uh, don't just quit like, oh, another scam, another something that they will just collect money from me. And then you don't even know if we will collect money from you. Those are the things that you're just creating in your mind. Right. So basically, we gotta stop, pause, and think. Don't just judge something that you don't even know what you're capable at, right? So yeah, the only thing that you need today is you have to be willing to pay the price. What's that price? You have to get rid of that limiting belief. Trust your gut feeling because your gut feeling is your um what is that? Is God's whisper talking to you actually, as especially if you're excited, right? So don't let others' perception in control of you, or don't let the outside world in control of you. So that's my take for today, guys. So again, those are the examples, the common challenges actually that people face all the time, th- when um, they run the business, the common business challenges actually. So then other one is self-doubt or inconsistency or comparison, right? Comparing yourself to other people, fear of judgment. You always think what people thinks about you, because you don't see the results, you quit, right? And then you overwhelm. And then what else? Quitting too soon. And I think that's it. So I gave you seven most common business challenges. So I hope you learned something from me tonight, guys. And thank you again for Madiha for watching from Texas. Marites, yeah, thank you. Finally, I get cash up you. I need this so much. You're welcome, sis. Thank you. And then Pabi, Antai. Oh wow, from Hong Kong. Thank you for tuning in. And then who else? Yes, from Hong Kong. And Khadija from New York. And then Sangeeta Limbo. Thank you, sis, watching all the way from Nepal. Thank you so much, sis. And I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. And I'll see you guys tomorrow on my day 12 of doing this 90 days Goran Success Challenge. And thank you, Ellen, as well from Winnipeg, Canada. So thank you guys. Have a good night. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh my God, I'm having a dry cough. That's why my voice is changing. It's early bed tonight, guys. So I'll talk to you soon and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.
This is my moment, watch me shine. I'm unstoppable, feel it in my soul.